there and welcome to Bowls 360. Well, it's been a while. A few reasons for that. Mainly, I've been very sick. I contracted RSV while playing the Australian Open this year and got very, very ill from it. I lost my voice for a while, just feeling generally crap for a long period of time. So we're back. We're going to start the new season, but first we've got to recap the old season. I'm not going to go. I've missed a lot of stuff. I've missed the Australian Open. I've missed the state mixed pairs results. I missed the awards night and all the medal winners for that. I'm not going to rehash all that stuff. It's just everyone knows what's happened there. It was yesterday's fish and chip wrapping, so I'm not going to bother talking about all that. What I do want to go through though is discuss the end of season rankings, the Bowls 360 rankings for the men and the women. Now that all the results are in, we can do our end of year rankings, have a clean slate for the upcoming season. So let's have a look firstly at the men and see how they've gone. And we can see there the number one player in the Bowls 360 rankings at the end of the year is Blake Nan. Probably no surprise to a few, although Daniel Trella had an unbelievably good season. We can see there winning the singles, pairs, fours and the mixed pairs. But the results are based on a 3-year rotating period, so it all comes around to how people have gone, not only in the last 12 months but also in the previous 3 years. And Blake is a very, very consistent bowler, has been over a long period of time there. He still didn't have a shabby year, won the pairs with Daniel, but runner-up in the fours, the Masters pairs, semi-finalist in the mixed pairs, triples, ran a 16 in the singles and the Masters singles. So himself a very, very good season for Blake. So he finishes the year number one in the rankings. Daniel Trella number two. Warren Holt rounds out the top three, and those three bowlers are a fair way in front of fourth placed Ben Leggett. You may be wondering why some names there are marked in yellow. There are state squad players, or a state team actually, at the moment. So our top four players in the Bowls 360 rankings are all state representatives. Number 5 is Justin Opie. He doesn't play state bowls anymore. He's certainly good. He's certainly good enough to, but he chooses not to at the moment. He had a fairly good season. Clive had a very consistent season with a few top 4, top 8 finishes there. He finishes in 6th. David Goddard, Matty Mitchell, who have both, I don't know if Matty was in the state squad this year, but certainly an ex-state player. Dave Goddard was in the state squad this year. Didn't have such a good 12 months like he did the previous 12 months. But he's in the top 10. Wes Nielsen might be a surprise to some, sitting there at 9th. But if you look at the current year's state events, state singles quarterfinal, round of 32 in the pairs and the fours, the state events do have a higher ranking or a higher ratio, whatever the right word might be. So he's had a very good 12 months. That's pushed him up the level into round 9. And to round out the top 10 is Russell Bates, returning to state bowls, I think. No, he's not. He's not yellow. He's the state, but he could certainly play state bowls if he chose to. He is not playing state bowls at the moment. I won't go through the others, but I've put a full list of all the players in the. And there we go. I've put all the players there onto there'll be a link down below. It's part of the Google Sheets, which you'll find on the Bowls 360 website. If you want to see where you're situated, you can certainly go into there. I'll touch on the medalists. So the red line here down the side shows what the current season's rankings are. Daniel Trella took out the Rosenthal medal, and he did finish the year number one for the year. 75 points for the year showed what a good year he had. Blake was second, Warren was third, and they were 20 odd points clear of fourth placed Clive Adams, and 36th there Eden Manifest, probably the top 5 for the current season. Eden, a young player on the way up, certainly. If he has another good year like that, we should see him in the top 10, and probably state squad selection if he can repeat his performances from 2025-26. Now what we'll do is we'll highlight the yellow, just to have a look at see where our state players are situated in the scheme of things. So that's our current 12. So Blake 1, 2 and 3 and 4 we've touched on. Clive is 6th. Corey Bassant making his way into the team for the first time for a while in 14th. Brad White in at 24, Anthony Williams at 30, Callum Alberti, he should be on the rise. He'll be higher than that in the next 12 months, I'm sure. He's at 33. Dave Downey at 37. Doesn't play in a lot of state events. Scott Walker at 39. Probably the lowest he's been in a while. Didn't have a good 12 months at all, did Scott. And Kevin McKay also doesn't play a lot of state events. Currently in 84. But he's certainly a better player than where he sits in the overall rankings. Alright, turning to the women's teams. Number one at the moment, finishing the year, is Lisa Featherby. She has had an exceptional 12 months, winning the singles there and the 100 up, runner-up in the Masters singles, the mixed pairs, semi-finals in the triples, and round of 16 in the state pairs and fours. A very, very good 12 months for Lisa. She finishes the year as the number one Bowls 360 ranked player, and also, if we look at the red line, her current year's ranking 69. She was also number one in that and won the Connie Brooks Brooch medal for the best player for the year. It's sort of, for me, it's a bit of a head wobble moment, so that I know that the rankings that I have, maybe, they're probably around about the place. The number one player for the year also won the number one player for the Bowls WA, so it's good to know that maybe my numbers and ranking system is sort of on track. Number two is Chrissy Van Nierop. She won the pairs and the Masters pairs, quarterfinal in the mixed pairs. Didn't have such a good season in the other state events, but still maintains her position at number two. Number three is Deb Saunders. No surprise that top three ranked, or Bowls 360 ranked players are our three skippers as well for the state team. Deb's had a very good 12 months. Christina Ace Watson in fourth. In fifth spot is Sian Saunders. In sixth spot is Linda Warburton. Seventh is Sian's twin Amanda. Eighth is Lisa Smith. Ninth is Lara Butler. Of course, she would be marked in yellow if she wasn't representing Switzerland in the world titles coming up. Is it this year? Could be this year. Lara representing Switzerland, of course, and Therese Hastings rounds out the top 10. In the ladies, as mentioned, Lisa was way out in front for the current year. 48, I think, was second. Deb Saunders, 44. Sian and Linda equal second on 44. 41 was Chris Ace Watson, and 39 is Lisa Smith for the current years. And if we also look at the state players, as mentioned, the top three are our three skippers. We've talked on those. Lisa Brannon in rank 17, Caitlin Tyrrell ranked 20, Bridget Michelle ranked 26, Sally Wilk 31, Claire Ferguson, now Fleming, 32, and Jenny McLaughlin, who might have surprised some considering her 12-month performance. Didn't look as though anything happened in 12 months. Maybe I've got some spelling. Maybe I should check that, but I've got her ranked at 116. Of course, Shay Richards is also in the state side. She's recently moved down here from the Northern Territory. She was in the Northern Territory state team, very highly credentialed up there, highly thought of, and obviously trialled and played pretty well in the state trials, which has seen her get into the state side. So we'll see what the next 12 months brings for her ranking down here when she plays in our events. All right, and that's it for now. Let's wind it up there. Thank you for everyone's patience. I will be doing more videos in the upcoming months leading into the pennant season. We've got a few tournaments coming up as well. I'll say that for another video. Until next time, see you later. Bye.